If you like my videos at the end, like and subscribe, please. Now let's get straight to it. If you're born a man, you're a man. If you are born a woman, you are a woman. If you are born a Hebrew Israelite, you are a Hebrew Israelite. And nothing is going to change that. Nothing. No amount of lies are going to make the truth anything other than the truth. And a lie will always be a lie because you can't change the character of what a thing was born to be. Snakes will crawl, birds will fly, fish will swim. And the characteristics of a Hebrew Israelite will not change. Jesus had hair the color and texture of lamb's wool. He had feet the color of burnt bronze. Jesus looked like me. He looked like black men. And there is no and I don't need an excuse such as I lost the melanin in my skin because I lived in the Ukraine. I don't have to tell that lie. I am unapologetically a Hebrew Israelite. And the whole concept about Christianity is a lie because the Romans tortured and killed Jesus. They tortured and killed Jesus, and 100 years later, they took his teachings and created Christianity. You see, Jesus was never a Christian, nor did he have anything in common with the people he tortured and murdered, that tortured and murdered him. The only thing that he was trying to do was awaken their souls, to open up their hearts. And Hebrew Israelites, we have been basically trying to do the same thing. We have shown love to people who have shown us hate in the hope that we could open their hearts. But to be perfectly honest with you, from my point of view, we failed. And until they pay reparations for what they've done, then I can see no other reason for them not to lose their souls. Because at the end, when it comes to end times, Jesus is going to gather all Hebrew Israelites. He's going to gather us all. And if we read Revelations, let me read Revelations 3:9 to you. Revelations 3:9 states, "Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee." To know that I have loved thee, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. And what he means by the word of his patience is the patience he's had with Neanderthals, Caucasians, to uplift their souls, to awaken their hearts. That's what he meant by his patience. And we have been patient steadily. I mean, we built this country. We gave them computers. We gave them all the technology. And they've turned and they've used it against us. And when we ask, a lot of times the question is asked, does morality keep up with technology? Well, the morality does keep up with technology because Homo sapiens, Hebrew Israelites, we would not use technology that we have given to Neanderthals and Caucasians the way in which they use it. They use it for as instruments of torture, to take advantage of people. That is not how we would use it. So to answer the question, if you put technology in the wrong hands, if you put technology into the hands of people that are immoral, then expect them to do things that are immoral. That's just the way it is. And that's what Jesus meant about patience. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And see, he says to try them that dwell upon the earth. And by that, he means people who, earthly type people, not spiritual. Spiritual people are of the universe. Earthly type people are greedy. And that's the difference. And that's what he meant by them. He differentiated Hebrew Israelites from Caucasians. Now, I want you to pay close attention to Revelations 2:9, and I will explain it to you. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty. He's talking about black people. Poverty. He's not talking about Jews over in Israel, the welfare state. And then he goes on to say, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. It goes on to Revelations chapter 2, verse 10. This is, understand this. Listen, this is right on point. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulations 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. And so what is meant by this? He's talking about, see, he's talking about an earthly death. He's talking about an earthly death. See, the spirit does not die. But those of the synagogue of Satan, they're going to lose, when they die, they will lose their spirit as well. But know this. Jesus also said this. Let me say this real quick. When Jesus talks about death, he talks about death of the body and death of the soul. To die is to have death of the soul. And if Neanderthals, or you may call them Caucasians, if their judgment day will be if they pay reparations. And if they do not pay reparations, then they will lose their souls. Now, to biblically explain what I mean, if you go to Mark 2, verse 17, this is when the disciples saw Jesus eating with the publicans, and they wanted to know why he was eating with the publicans. And Jesus heard it, and he said unto them, they that are whole have no need of the physician, but they that are sick. I came not to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance. And that's what Jesus meant by educating Caucasians. Now, I want to go to another verse which will help you to understand what I'm saying. I'm going to Mark 3, verse 35. Now I'm going to Mark 3, verse 33 to 35. And this will help you understand what Jesus was about. And he answered them, saying, who is my mother or my brother? And he looked round about on them which sat about him, and said, behold, my mother and my brethren, for whosoever shall do the will of God, the same as my brother and my mother. For whosoever shall do the will of God, the same is my brother and my sister and mother. So what Jesus was saying is that, if I've already explained, he was trying to teach Caucasians to be godlike. And he also said that whosoever was godlike is my mother, my brother, and my sister. That's what he was saying. You see, Jesus came here, and what I want to say to put this all together is that Jesus came here, reincarnated here, for the purpose of saving the souls of Neanderthals or Caucasians. That's what he was trying to do. Now, a lot of people will say that Caucasians and Hebrew Israelites are the same people. I have to disagree. I don't think that we are. I think we are all humanoids. There were a number of humanoids that walked the face of the earth. But the two surviving humanoid species were the Homo sapiens and Neanderthals. And Jesus has tried with Hebrew Israelites to try and save the souls or awaken the souls of Neanderthals. And if they do not pay reparations or desire to pay reparations and continue to hate Hebrew Israelites for no reason whatsoever, and to lie, steal, and cheat, then they're going to lose their souls. It's just as simple as that. Let me end here. I'm going to end here with Mark 8, verse 35, so that you understand what I mean by what Jesus meant by losing your life and gaining your soul. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. So what does that mean? Whosoever will save his life shall lose it. We're talking about the physical life, but he will lose his soul. But whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? That's what Jesus was about. So, a woman is born a woman, a man is born a man, a Hebrew Israelite is born a Hebrew Israelite, a Homo sapien is born a Homo sapien, a Neanderthal is born a Neanderthal. And see, the reason why the Romans murdered and killed Jesus, because he was always in their company. And why was he in their company? Because he was trying to save their souls. He was trying to save their. That is what Mark 2, verse 17 is saying. Go back and read Mark 2, verse 17. And he referred to the people he was trying to save as them. Them. Which he was showing a difference between himself and them. So a thing is what a thing is. Whether you believe a man is a woman and a woman is a man doesn't make any difference. What is, what shall be will be, and God's will shall be done. Like and subscribe. Talk to you later.